Welcome to our vocabulary podcast, where we explore words that can help you communicate more effectively. Today, we're focusing on something that many learners find tricky but incredibly useful: phrasal verbs.
That's right, Emma. Phrasal verbs are combinations of verbs and prepositions or adverbs that create new meanings. They're commonly used in everyday conversation, so understanding them can really boost your fluency and comprehension.
Exactly. Today, we'll cover 5 commonly used phrasal verbs, explain their meanings, and give you plenty of examples to help you see how they fit into different contexts.
Let's get started. The 5 phrasal verbs we'll discuss are: get along, look after, give up, run into, take off.
Great. Let's dive into the first one: get along. Get along.
Get along.
Get along.
Get along means to have a friendly relationship with someone. It's often used to describe how well people interact with each other.
Right. For example, you might say, I get along well with my colleagues. This means you have a good relationship with them.
Or, do you and your sister get along, which asks if there's a friendly relationship there.
Exactly. It's a great way to talk about relationships in a casual way.
Let's hear this phrasal verb used in a conversation.
How do you feel about your new roommate?
I really like him. We get along really well.
And another example could be,
Do you and your neighbors get along?
Yes, we often have barbecues together.
Now that we've explored get along, let's shift gears to our next phrasal verb, look after.
look after.
Look after.
Look after.
The next one is look after. This means to take care of someone or something.
Yes. For instance, you might say, can you look after my dog while I'm on vacation? Here you ask someone to take care of your pet.
Another example could be, she looks after her elderly parents. This shows responsibility and care.
It's a vital phrase, especially when discussing responsibilities. Let's hear this phrasal verb in a conversation.
Who will look after the kids while you're at work?
My sister will help out.
And another example.
Can you look after my plants for a week?
Sure, I'll water them every day.
With that covered, let's continue on to our next phrasal verb, give up.
Give up.
Give up.
Give up. Now, let's talk about give up. It means to stop trying to do something, often because it's too difficult.
Exactly. For example, I wanted to learn guitar, but I gave up after a few months. This implies that the effort became too challenging.
You might also hear, don't give up on your dreams. This encourages persistence. Let's hear this phrasal verb in action.
Are you still trying to learn French?
I was, but I gave up. It was too hard for me.
And another example.
I'm thinking of giving up my job.
Why? Is it too stressful?
Having explored give up, let's move on to our next one, run into.
Run into.
Run into.
Run into.
This can mean to meet someone unexpectedly.
Right. For example, I ran into an old friend at the grocery store. This indicates a chance encounter.
Another context could be, I ran into some problems with my project. Here, it means to encounter difficulties.
It's a versatile phrasal verb.
Let's hear this phrasal verb in action.
Did you see Sarah at the event?
Yes, I ran into her there.
And another example.
I ran into some issues while traveling.
Oh no. What happened?
Now that we've discussed run into, let's wrap up with our final phrasal verb, take off. Take off.
Take off.
Take off.
Finally, let's discuss take off. This can mean to remove something or, in the context of travel, for a plane to leave the ground.
Exactly. For example, please take off your shoes before entering. This means to remove them.
And in travel, You might say, the plane will take off at 3 p.m. This tells you the departure time.
Both meanings are very common in everyday conversation.
Let's see take off in a conversation.
Can you take off your jacket? It's warm inside.
Sure, I'll take it off.
And another example could be,
What time does your flight take off?
It takes off at 5 p.m.
So there you have it, 5 essential phrasal verbs: get along, look after, give up, run into, and take off.
using these in your conversations will help you sound more natural and fluent in English.
Thanks for joining us today. Keep practicing these phrasal verbs, and you'll find them popping up in your daily conversations. And don't forget to like our videos. Your support really helps us grow.
Until next time.